What is my cat doing?
Alright, Will, when you're ready, join.
What?
Are you ready, Will? Have the Ultron bots taken you yet?
I don't know.
Oh man,
Yes.
this is not going to plan so far. The aspect ratio's all off. Oh no. Can I just have one of these streams where the game's on OBS correctly?
Oh, you have no idea how much of a pain it is to edit games that are 4x3 in Adobe Premiere, because I have to manually measure it.
Ugh. That's why I don't use Adobe Premiere yet. I have it on my
I mean,
laptop. I'm
Adobe
just
Premiere is
waiting
really
for someone
good, and
to
I'm
use it.
probably just doing it wrong. But the way I did it, I had to manually measure the 4x3
Ugh.
aspect, and then find a way to get that into the 16:9 window that it gave me, and you can't change it after you
Gross.
begin the project.
I remember I had an editor called, I think it was called Light Shark. Very good software. It's hard as hell to use. And it doesn't work half the time, so in reality it's not that great of a software.
Yeah, I had to do this for 2
My favorite
projects.
thing-
Will,
There was,
calm down, Will.
There was Toy Story on the Sega Genesis, which was 4x3, meaning that I had to do that for the entire series. And then there was Crash Twinsanity, where for the first like 10 minutes we forgot to set it to widescreen.
Oh. That's a game I wanted to play, Crash Twinsanity. I just don't want to do it because I'm low on money
Trust me,
right
you don't
now
wanna
and it's
do
a
it, and-
bitch to emulate.
You trust me, you just don't
Did you
want
really?
to.
Will, it's okay, Will.
Oh,
It's
God.
okay, Will. It's okay, Will. The Ultron bots will serenade you. I'm not sure if that's a word or not, but let's just assume it is.
Just don't play Twinsanity, like, especially all at once like we did. We did just one full day go at it for the Let's Play series, and that was that was 6 hours of us just getting extremely angry at a game that we shouldn't have played that long.
Well, I mean, we all have our games like that. For me, that game was Crash 1.
The game has an estimated time of 3 hours. We weren't expecting to be there for 6.
Oh yeah, so I didn't say what happened in between this stream and last time. Well, one of those things was obviously Atika dying. The other thing that happened was we almost lit our house on fire from 4th of July.
Oh my.
You what?
Yeah, we all... So, on my property, we have a big open field, and usually that's where we do 4th of July stuff. Because, you know, there's nothing to catch on fire in the big open field. So, instead, this year, my mom decides, hey, let's not shoot fireworks in our big open and safe field. Let's do it in one area in the driveway that isn't very wide, right in front of my mom's personal shed. And sure enough, one of the fountain fireworks that also shoot up stuff, one of the fireworks that is a fountain and also shoots up stuff, it fell over and was mere centimeters away from burning our house down. So, yay, I almost lost my house.
That is mega dangerous. You
Yeah.
have to do that over water.
Yeah, almost lost my house to America.
For the people that don't know, that's not a very wide area.
Yeah, I was about to say, Will can vouch for me. The area we picked's not a very wide area. It's like maybe the length of a car. Alright, so one thing we are doing this game, we are playing the game in widescreen, not stretched widescreen, actual widescreen. But I did say in the Sonic Forces stream, this does break the game a little. Because when you pause, you still see the crap on the other side of the pause screen barriers.
It's because Dolphin has such advanced control over the camera, it is possible to just widen the camera's aspect. Dolphin is able to do that. It's able to also, have you move the camera wherever you want it to be. But since it's able to do that, it could just widen the aspect, and it won't have to stretch anything. But the downside is that the game doesn't know you did this.
Yeah.
So it calls off everything it thinks it doesn't see.
Yeah, in the actual gameplay, though, that's not going to be when it's not paused. That will not be a problem, because I have the widescreen code on. The Gecko code specifically, because the US ROM, for some reason, does not have an action replay code, and putting in the Gecko code was an absolute pain in the ass. God, I never want to put in a Gecko code again.
Huh. Yeah.
Also, I didn't know this for years, you can hit the alarm clock. Didn't know that for years.
I woke up like 30 minutes before the stream and had to rush everything together.
Oh god.
I blame it on the stream I had last night where I played I did an hour of Battle for Bikini Bottom speedrunning and just practice, and then I went on to play Shrek on the Xbox for 30 minutes, and then I went and then I played the SpongeBob movie for like 3 hours.
Jesus Christ, man. It's like how dare you do a gaming extravaganza? That's my thing I canceled 2 years ago. Gosh.
It wasn't even a gaming extravaganza, it was just me getting rid of my backlog, and I know SpongeBob movie isn't in my backlog, but...
But you did it because lols. By the way, no, movie game's not a game we're doing for Stream Summer.
And I did manage to get a singular follower while doing it.
Well, I mean, this is on Twitch, correct?
Yeah, I do it on Twitch simply because it's just I believe it to be easier to be found there than on YouTube. Okay,
well, you did a better job than me on Twitch. I didn't get a single follower on Twitch when I was streaming.
It's simply because I don't have anything pre-established on YouTube, so I'm better off just doing it on Twitch.
Alright, now, Will, what were you saying before the Ultron bots took you?
Okay. We don't have very much time left after. Yeah. Why don't we just do the Let's Play from a graduate?
Will, I have no idea what you just said. You might need a different mic.
Nor a different voice. Maybe both. Gotta find your voice.
Sweet Jesus. But I'm going to assume what Will said is, instead of doing a Let's Play of the movie game, why not do a Let's Play of a Dragon Ball game? I'm down. It'd be quicker.
Actually, every single time, I completely forget that games based off Dragon Ball exist.
Yeah, the only ones I knew of for a while were the Budokai games. And then I find out there's like 20 different games. I was like, what the hell?
I was buying like a lot of games from one of my friends, and a few of them he never did give to me. One was a Dragon Ball game on the PlayStation 2.
I think I have a
But
game
I got
for
them
the
on
PS2. Yeah, I think Will gave me one of the PS2 games so we can test it on the PS2 emulator. I still haven't done that, by the way. I need to get the ROM to make sure if it's the emulator that messes up some of the games or not. Freaking, I dare to try to do Globs of Doom on that emulator, and oof, that was an experience and a half. Freaking everything's going all perfect except the HUD. And then I get in the tutorial area and the game just says no. Oh, I forgot a spatula. Also, this is a 100% run. Because I'm not bad at the Murmelair Ballroom. And it is very sad for me to say that. I just noticed Big Max's channel. I just noticed Big Max's comment about my fireworks story. Koopa says, don't lit fireworks near your home.
Well, what I did as a child is I lit fireworks at someone else's home.
Sounds like something my dad would do. Like, for context, my dad's one of those people where if he got, like, a big box of snappers, like the adult snappers,
Yeah.
he would hide them under a rug and call the pizza guy. My dad's one of those people.
I clicked on a Discord server I'm in, and the first message I read is, well, me too, but I have, at the moment, 5 Xboxes.
5?
And apparently, the high-definition AV.
That guy's got... Give me one of those things. Mine's rotting.
A modded Panasonic Q.
I think you actually have a government agent in your other server you're in.
What is this guy doing? How can he afford all that?
Like I said, I think you either have a game developer or a government agent in that server. One or the other.
What kind of developer works on both the Xbox and the Panasonic Q?
A developer that hates his life, possibly?
Huh, what do you know?
I wanted to
Anyways,
say no
ever
life,
since-
but that'd be a new low.
I was about to say how I was about to talk about how I'm going to be playing Half-Life a bit later, and then you're like, more like No Life. Oh.
That was unintentional. Mario Fan 04 in the chat. Are music swaps closed until you finish the Crash Bandicoot Warped music swap? Yes. In fact, the requests might be closed for the music swap after that too, because I need to catch up on those sumbitches. Bionicle Heroes put me at a screeching halt.
I don't do music swaps because I don't have the kind of bravery it takes to play an entire game without music.
I mean, like, let me tell you, man, unless you don't have something else, like, on your TV, it is boring.
Like, man, playing movie, like, I wouldn't call it boring since it was, you know, my first time playing it in a long while, and I really liked the game, but, like, oh, boy, is that game way better with the music.
Yeah. Well, I could go for every video game, except classic Sonic and Forces. If anything, having the music off is a blessing. Now, if only there was a way to turn off the music in Sonic Genesis.
Away I go. Actually, I wonder if there's any version of Sonic out there with audio options of that sort. I think the mobile port might.
Yeah, I believe the mobile port of Sonic 1 has option to turn music off.
Although, good luck getting good footage of that one.
Oh, you say that. I have a way. iPhones have screen recorders on them. In fact,
Well,
I remember
yeah,
a
like-
long time ago when I brought back Project Genesis CD before canceling it again under the name Sonic Beginnings. I started with the 2013 port of Sonic 1, and I was playing that off my iPhone.
You sure do cancel a lot of stuff.
Yep.
I remember when you canceled the what if SpongeBob SquarePants Battle King Bottom was remastered.
Yeah,
And,
because
like,
I realized, wait a minute, this is a stupid concept.
Yeah, that was rather stupid. I mean, it's not any different from a regular movie.
And
swap.
plus, now we're actually getting it, so...
Yeah. This one's a remake.
Oh god, I'm one of those people now. Calling the remake a remaster. Ugh.
I
Need
just
to,
started that.
need to bathe myself in holy water now just for saying that.
Nothing is worse to me when people just don't quite understand the differences and they just call everything the wrong thing, whether it be
Yeah.
remaster, reimagining, which reimagining does not make any sense
No.
for
Reimagining would be like, let's take Battle for Bikini Bottom and turn it into Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, reimagining would, fool with the source material in many more ways than just remaking it.
Yeah, a reimagining is like Sonic Boom.
Yes. Like think of it like this, like Jak and Daxter 1, and what if instead Jak 2 was just a remake or remaster of the first one, except it has guns and a different story? That's a reimagining.
Yep.
It's again.
Like, the number one thing that pisses me off, I see it all the time, when they call the Crash Insane trilogy a remaster and not a remake, but they call the freaking Ratchet and Clank remasters on the PS3 remakes. I'm like, no, that's it's completely backwards.
I understand that some people may not know the exact meaning of each one, but I mean the meaning of them is in the name. Remaster is taking the master and reing it.
I shall put that on your tombstone. Ethan Boy Minator died in 2019. His only known quote is, "The definition of remaster is taking the master and reing it."
Remake is to remake. You cannot make something if it's already made.
Oh my god.
And that's why it's not a remaster.
Oh, that was glorious. Ooh. Hey Koopa, which version of BFB is better? PS2, GameCube, or
Xbox,
X?
obviously.
Yeah, I was about to say, if Xbox is one of your options, I'm gonna tell you right now, Xbox is the way to go.
My stance on all versions of BFEB, which I actually have on my table right now, is that the PS2 and GameCube are actually probably very similar in everything wise, but the Xbox version has some small enhancements texture wise and some effects.
Wait a minute, I just noticed. Where the hell's my drop shadow?
Yes.
What? Wait, what? No! What? No! I don't need it. I know where I'm gonna land, but no!
You know, if you can play 3D platformer and you don't need the drop shadow, that's a sign of a good 3D platformer.
Yeah.
Either that or one that's way too easy.
That's it, it's false somewhere in between that.
Because you have no idea how many 3D platformers where I played where even the drop shadow isn't helping me.
Yeah, I can name one game where the drop shadow doesn't help me. It's called Crash Bandicoot 1.
Yeah. Because you're always going to land the jump. The issue is,
Where?
where are you going to land the jump? In the hole or on the one block platform?
God, like, okay, so that's another thing that happened. I finally beat Crash 1 on the
Oh
Insane
yeah, I
Trilogy.
haven't.
Crash is
And I'll just say right now, don't 100% that game. Don't even bother getting the regular gems. It's not worth it. And that ending isn't even canon anyway, so... Yeah, just don't bother.
I got almost all of the platinum relics in the first world.
Why?
Because I'm insane and they weren't that hard.
Well, I mean, I don't think they would be, but God, like, ugh.
Due to the sun's frequency.
But seriously, some of that later stuff is...
Yeah, like, I'll just say this right now. Fuck Lights Out. Just screw that level in general.
On the first Crash game, I'm like 2 levels away from the final boss.
Alright, which version of that are you playing, by the way? PS1 or Insane? If you're playing PS1, you're wrong.
Well, I mean, I only have the Insane Trilogy.
Oh. Then you might have an easier time on the final boss. Because pretty much to sum up the Insane Trilogy version, it's a meme that a lot of people have said. Vicarious Visions. The fuck is a hitbox?
Anyways, I mean, I bought the Insane Trilogy because I just had the money at the time, and whoop-de-doo, and now the Spyro Trilogy is coming to Switch, so now I have to buy that, because I like Spyro more than Crash, because Spyro isn't schizophrenic with its difficulty.
I still need to... I haven't played a single Spyro game. It's on my bucket list. I'm just getting the Spyro remake because, you know, I got the trash... I got the trash remake. I got the Crash remake.
Trash Trilogy.
I got the Crash remake twice. One for PC, which I can finally now play without the frame rate shit in the bed. And the Switch version, which I can play with all the graphics at maximum.
I mean, two of my most prized PlayStation 1 games is Jammerlammy, and then this Spyro Year of the Dragon Greatest Hits that I got for like $5.
Year of the Dragon. That was the third one, right?
Yeah, that's the third one.
Okay, I keep getting Enter the Dragonfly and Year of the Dragon confused.
And while I do not like the later Spyro games because of how much they cited variety is good, even though they don't want to play this not platforming genre.
It's like, oh boy, Spyro's voiced by Frollo. Like the only cool thing about the Legend of Spyro games.
There's a very good reason why I got the greatest hits version of this, though. It's because if I didn't get the
fact it's actually finished?
Yeah. One of my friends got the collector's edition, which has all of the greatest hits stuff without the greatest hits color.
Well, I mean, anything without the greatest hits spine's good.
But I actually wonder, like, how much more broken and incomplete the original one is.
It's like on a scale of Beta to Sonic 06. No, on a scale of Sonic 06 to Big Rigs Racing.
What do you know?
You know, it's like we got our Crash remake, we got our Spyro remake, we got our SpongeBob remake, we got our Lego Star Wars remake. Where's Big Rigs Racing? Said no one ever.
At least it's not
Exactly.
I was trying to find a way to find a good name for Big Rigs Racing remastered session remade, and I wanted to put like hydraulics in there somewhere, but I couldn't find one.
I would say Reignited, but that's Spyro. It's already taken.
We've gone to Plaid!
That's it! We're going to Plaid!
All of my PlayStation 1 games and my 2 PC games I have this thing on my desk that holds CDs, CD cases, and that means whenever I buy a new PlayStation 1 game, I have to take all of them out
Oh,
and then put
God.
them all back in a different order,
Oh,
so that way
God.
the other one can fit.
Oh, God.
Because I have them in order of greatest to the ones I actually like.
Oh, God. Well, I'm
Did
the...
I just say greatest to what I actually like? I mean, like, worst to best.
I am the guy with no life, so I put mine in the date they're released.
I don't alphabetize my games. Probably should.
I
But,
just put mine where they fit.
and
Yeah.
I keep all greatest hits games separate from the Black Label because they look better that way.
Oh, God.
Like Monopoly, that was greatest hits.
Why?
I have Monopoly right here. It's greatest hits.
Why? I mean,
know,
Monopoly's a fine board game, but why is the video game in greatest hits?
I don't know, but I want to say it's a good version, but at first it looks like a SNES game, and then it shows pre-rendered video of the pieces moving, and you just think, So that's where the PlayStation power went.
Mario Fan 04, hey Koopa, have you seen Totally Spies? What the hell is Totally Spies?
Totally spy. Oh crap! Oh no!
Oh wait a minute, isn't that the freaking girl show full of, like, where every episode's like a different type of fetish or something?
Yeah, it was a Canadian
Yeah, I
cartoon.
know what that is. I've never
What?
seen it, but I know what it is.
And I just died to a friggin' random spy.
Now, if we're talking about movie, then the GameCube version is like the one you should never touch.
Oh yeah, back to the which version's the better version, the SpongeBob movie game. Yeah, don't get the GameCube version.
That's
It's
simply a
like
last
Sonic
resort.
Heroes for the PS2. You just don't get it.
A lot of stuff was removed because of disc size limitations, and I had the GameCube version first when I was young. And I saw all the characters outside the border and no cheese not moving, and I thought that was just how all of them were.
Yeah,
No,
if
it's
that's
not. The
one
PlayStation
thing,
2 and Xbox version has animations there.
if that's one thing I can point, I completely forgot the guy's name. Wasn't it Lamhoot that made that horrible review?
What?
Uh,
Oh, I don't know.
yeah, it was Lamhoot. That's one thing I can give credit to Lamhoot back when that absolutely horrible review of the movie game came out. He actually pointed out things I didn't notice
Yeah.
after playing it on the Dolphin emulator, because I never noticed the people in the background didn't move. Because I played the Xbox version first.
Yeah. I mean, the movement that the Xbox and PS2 versions bring to the outside characters on that level isn't much.
But
I
it's
mean,
something.
still
They're not dead.
there. Yeah. But if I'm being honest, you're not missing much because like they move like. I wish I could like show it off through like a camera or something right now, but they just like imagine moving your arm like 25 degrees and then moving it back. That's the animation.
Yeah. Big Max, Ethan, what fetish are you most afraid of, Mitch? I had to open the can of worms by mentioning Totally Spies. Anything that involves blood. Or, like, just mutilating. Ugh.
I'm not.
When you see that
Unlike
shit
you,
just
I
by
enjoy
looking, when you find that shit, when you're just looking up pictures to use in your mashup video, and Google is just like, hey, I want to ruin your life. You don't unsee that. Ugh.
I've never really run into anything I
I
was
see
seriously
it because I
scared
went for
of, just disgusted by.
Yeah, so yeah, safe to say, I always have safe search on Google activated.
Another really interesting thing about each version of Battlefield Bikini Bottom is
Okay.
how every single one of the covers are different in some little way.
Yeah.
Like SpongeBob is different sizes, the background is zoomed in at certain amounts.
Yeah, meanwhile, the
Also-
movie game and all the covers is, Apocalypse.
Another thing is how each version of BFBB, their spine, it really annoys me here. So the Xbox and PlayStation 2 has it on the top, and then the GameCube is like, no, I'm different, and puts it at the bottom.
The GameCube's thinking to itself, bitch, I got Mario Sunshine. I can do whatever I please.
Also, with owning all three
And the
versions,
better version of Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, well, no, we don't know that. I haven't played the Xbox version. But it's probably safe to say that's the better version.
Technically, technically yes, because the Xbox Classic has more RAM than GameCube.
And it just looks better.
well, I mean, I think the GameCube had like 64 megabytes of RAM.
Yeah, I think that's what it has, 64 megs. The PS2 has the least amount of RAM of all three systems from back then.
In general, the PS2 was the,
Yeah, PS2
Worst.
PS2 ports usually perform the worst, while the Xbox versions are the best.
You know, it's ironic because, I think it's Crash to Insanity. For some reason, and it doesn't have to really do with gameplay, but it's kind of ironic. One of the things the Xbox was known for was the graphics, how everything looked. But in terms of graphics, for some reason, the PS2 version of Crash 5 was the better version. Which I always found so ironic. In terms of gameplay, though, I don't know, they're both a mess.
yeah. If you're
Yeah,
playing on the
gameplay
Xbox
is still the
360, it is a
same, but
bit slow
performance-
to insanity.
You get better performance on the Xbox.
And, like, I take that over graphics any day. Like, remember, I am the guy that's playing the Insane Trilogy with, like, the lowest graphical settings possible. And it looks ugly.
You have to worry about your sensitivity for your character.
It's not sensitivity for the character, it's sensitivity for the computer. I was like, alright,
Okay.
PC, we're gonna make it through this. I've made
So-
Crash look like he's from Sonic Heroes. What more do you want?
I'm gonna talk about something really unrelated for a second here, but it's about Shrek on the Xbox and its reimagining on the GameCube.
Oh yeah,
pretty
wasn't that like two whole different beasts?
Like, they're the same game with the same levels, just in a different order, but the GameCube version has added so much that it might as well be a different game. It
Jesus
added the story,
Christ.
it added a story, an in-game story, like missions that you have to complete. The levels don't boot you out when you finish a mission.
God dang.
Levels were rearranged. Yeah.
Like, are you holy, like, god dang. It's a lot for the GameCube version.
Yeah, like the Xbox, like if you play both of them, you're gonna get a pretty different experience.
Holy crap.
The only things that are the same are the levels in themselves and the missions they have.
He's like, alright, so you got one game here. It's your standard video game, alright? Alright.
Yep.
Now what's the other version? Well, the other version, we were making the sequel before releasing the first one, but they said we couldn't release it, So we just put what we had of the sequel in the game we already have. Genius. I want 10. Why did I ground pound?
So, in general, if you're going to play any version of Shrek 1, I would recommend the GameCube version because of how many improvements it's had, including not making Shrek Sonic Speed.
Oh, yeah, I remember that from the Rebel Taxi review.
Yeah, I went and bought both versions. I've not 100%, what am I talking about? I've beaten the GameCube version, and the Xbox version is a nightmare.
God.
Because some missions from the Xbox version were repurposed in the GameCube version. Like, in the Xbox version of the sewer level, there is a mission where you have to kick a bunch of valves closed. In the GameCube version, this was repurposed. After you do a few missions, you get told in the cutscene that, I don't know, the thing is going to explode or something, and you have to close all the valves in a time limit.
Dang. Like, are you sure you're describing Shrek, or are you describing Die Hard?
I'm describing Shrek Hard.
Shrek Hard. The long-lost prequel to Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life.
I'm hard, donkey!
Oh my
Okay.
Okay, so you know how there's like 5 billion versions of Resident Evil 4?
Yep. And soon to be
Well.
Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's nowhere near the same level as Skyrim. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure you can play Skyrim on a toaster now.
well, I
Yeah.
think there's still
Yeah.
more versions of
You
Skyrim.
can play
that's
Skyrim
not
on
Resident Evil 4
everything
than there
except
are.
the NES, of all things. Why not the NES?
You know, actually, we joke about the, I bet you can play this game on a toaster or fridge. I think there actually is a Sonic game for a refrigerator. Like, I'm pretty
But-
sure I've seen that somewhere.
But Resident Evil 4 was made for the GameCube and then ported to the Xbox, PlayStation 2, Wii, Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, Switch, a freaking tablet.
A freaking
And-
tablet.
And Resident Evil 4 here, I had the chance, I finally bought the game, and I finally have a chance to play through it all the way. Even it's been in the back of my mind for years. And it just so happens I ended up getting the PlayStation 2 version. The worst of them all.
Yeah, if you're playing on a PlayStation, that's what version you have. It's all PS2 for PlayStation.
Mario
I
Fan
could've bought-
04. I think you meant Shrek Extra Large, but no. I meant Shrek Hard.
Shrek Hard. I'm gonna next time I go to pick up Shrek Extra Large, I'm gonna look at the cover and it's gonna have changed to Shrek Hard.
Custom order.
In the back of his mind, it's gonna be thinking, "Wait, this ain't right."
Yeah.
But like the
No, in the back
PS2
of his mind, he's gonna be thinking, "Oh my God, the prophecy was true."
but yeah, PS2 version of Resident Evil 4 is considered the worst one because Leon's hair looks way worse than it did on GameCube. There's more fog than there was on GameCube, and just a whole bunch of
You
stuff.
can't move while you aim.
Wait, you could move while you aim in other versions?
I guess. I don't know. I haven't played.
Breathe, Will,
Christ,
breathe.
that
Are you
sounds
sure
so
we're not talking about
annoying,
like the
doesn't
Wii
it?
version
Not,
where you
not allowed to move.
I don't know. You can move around,
Oh,
but you
God.
can't
Oh
walk.
God, I need to get out of here.
Wait, of course. Well, aiming. What? Move around, but you can't walk. What?
Breathe,
don't know.
Will, breathe. I think Will's getting a little
Like-
too frazzled at the fact we're going to a freaking different state on Friday.
I've been to like 8 already, so I'm fine.
I just have to admire how different all of the 6th generation cases are. The Xbox ones are green, the PlayStation 2 ones are DVD cases, and the GameCube ones tried to be unique.
Yeah, freaking actually,
And P different ones.
I have a pretty unique DVD case here. I got the Godzilla movie collection a long time ago, but the discs, the cases I had those in were deteriorating, so I needed a new case. Well, I'm digging through my stepdad's DVD collection of DVDs he didn't watch anymore, and I find a DVD case that looks like that. You'll see it on screen in a second. This little square here is where the DVDs are supposed to go. Well,
Also,
how
the
you put
Xbox one is the only one to not hold a memory card.
the ones you put, the way you put the DVDs in is you put them in sleeves and you put them in the little square. It is a freaking weird as hell DVD case, but it does its job. Yeah, you'll see that on screen in a second. Now I gotta put this thing back and it won't go in. Ah.
And today I learned my PS2 version of BFBB doesn't have a memory card slot.
Interesting.
It's a more recent release, I suppose, since it came in a pack.
Oh,
Anyone
that reminds me. I found
around your PS2 memory card everywhere with you?
I found something at Walmart the other day. So technically, the Switch has a memory card slot. It's the micro SD card slot. They've been releasing they've been releasing special micro SD cards that are made for the Nintendo Switch. For a while, the only one you could really find was the... What the hell?
Well, at this
I
point,
just
why don't we just...
I just killed a robot and shoes came out of it.
Well, at this point, why don't we just consider the little USB... I forget what they're called. Little USB drives, memory cards for the Xbox One.
Oh, back to what I was saying. I think just to taunt people that wanted them in Smash, they made a Waluigi micro SD card. Like, entirely themed around Waluigi.
How big do you want the micro SD card to be? Waluigi.
Wow.
Wah.
Wah!
Because that's how you get Waluigi in Smash. You get that SD card, you put it in the Switch, and then you play Smash. There you go. It's Waluigi
My
in
knowledge of
Smash.
speedrunning this game is just making me look at them Bikini Bomb and stink.
You see, Waluigi is not a character. He is a platform.
Yeah. So actually, I got a story from my dad's.
Waluigi.
Couple weekends. Oh, dear Jesus! I got hit by a sink. Anyways, yeah, it's not every day where you can say that. I hit by a sink again. Anyways, so I went to my dad's a few weekends ago, and I was playing Mario Kart against some of my roommates at the time. Well, thing is, I don't remember at what point it was, but I think we were trying 200cc, because I hate myself. And I got first place in all the freaking races, which never happens. And I was playing as Waluigi. Well, she was in 12th place the whole time. So I'm just giving her a hard time, and at the end, I think I lost it. Because I just started going, I shall sing a song for Waluigi. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I have no idea what I was thinking at the time. I might have been slightly sleepy. Gabriel Osuna, guess who's back? I'm,
It's your-
well, Mitch Connor. Who is Mitch Connor?
Is this the elusive Dr. Connors I've been hearing about?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Dr. Connors. Oh, no, I'm gonna turn into the lizard.
Oh.
No, actually, little do you know I'm Connor from Detroit Become Human. Ah, good old G-Love. Oh, I got a notification on YouTube. Hold on, I gotta check this or I'm not gonna keep my eyes off it.
Run!
Okay. Oh no, where did the game go? Okay. So I will
Where'd the
just
game
say
go?
right
Waluigi
now,
took
yeah, Waluigi took the game. Ultron bots take Will, Waluigi takes my games. And no one takes Ethan's game manuals. He just stores them in his little pocket dimension.
They have to have their own hiding place.
Yeah.
But little did we know, he actually has a safe in his house. It's a safe.
I'm stealing that. He's like, well, you see, the place I keep my games and my game manuals, I keep them in my safe, in my house, in my safe.
You live in a safe house? House safe?
Yes.
Yes! Gabriel Osuna, you remember me. I was a fan once. Once? Why aren't you a fan now, buddy?
Once? What do you mean once? Where'd you go?
Yeah, where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Where'd you go?
Where'd you come from? Boo-hoo.
So, actually, another thing that's happened in between the streams, there is now an actual, legit Battle for Bikini Bottom modding community that doesn't just make meme mods. In fact, there's a big one they're working on right now. People are actually modding in the original Robot Squidward boss fight.
The modding community's been around for a very long time.
Yeah, but they've been making
VFB
nothing but
modding has always been
memes.
so difficult that nobody ever really...
They've kicked off. They've kicked off with something other than memes. But yeah, like, you can find a screenshot of the work in progress Robot Squidward mod on Shift's Twitter. It looks
Way
very
better
strange. I'll say that. It looks very strange.
Way better than No Life 4, who doesn't know when to, stop pressing bloom.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at, Rehydrated, and it has just the perfect amount of lighting, and then I look back at, No Life 4's Rehydrated, and then, this guy doesn't know when to stop turning the brightness up.
Like, freaking, I called him out on Twitter, 4 times. And then someone said, well, they could have called it something else other than Rehydrated, like Ultimate, Reimagine, and I'm like, I didn't say anything back to him because it's not, not really worth my time. For the record, me and this guy are cool now. But, I'm just thinking to myself, well, they called Crash Insane, they called Spyro Reignited, they're gonna have to call Battle for Bikini Bottom something.
I mean...
And Rehydrated is the only
is really
word...
the best word there is.
Yeah, it's the only word that would fit with SpongeBob.
And,
Like, I guarantee you if we're getting a movie game, it's gonna also be called Rehydrated.
And, telling No Life 4 about the project, years... this email that he's talking about was years before this project was announced. Like, telling him that years before it was even ready to be revealed would have been a really bad choice on their part.
Yeah, No Life, like, he's hush-hush about his saltiness now. It's probably because people started calling him out. But man, he was a little bitch when the official Rehydrated got announced. Like, it was sad.
I mean, I understand he's been working on it for a really long time.
But at the same time, THQ's also probably been working on it for longer.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it ends up being shit, it's likely going to be a better product anyway.
Yeah.
Not saying No Life's project looked bad, it had promise. But, it definitely looked like a fan-made creation.
He said, I asked him some questions about the game because I wasn't enjoying a lot of the music and the look of it. And he told me that there was going to be an original, like, PS2 visuals mode along with 3 different tracks of music. So, I mean, it's not all bad, but...
Yeah, I actually did like some of the No Life tracks. My favorite ones were the Jellyfish Fields ones. Not because they were good reimaginings, but because... Well, I mean, yeah, because they were good reimaginings. They just didn't fit the Jellyfish Fields vibe. They were a little too Western.
The thing... He did a, the reimagined music. I was listening to his slide music, and I absolutely hated it because he said it's on a real guitar, but the issue is that the guitar is way more muted than the original, so it doesn't sound as good. But he also completely butchered some of the notes, like the I'm trying to think of what it was, but the little bit where it's dun do da dun do.
If there is one song.
That is completely replaced with something that's just the same 2 notes.
Yeah, in terms of butchering songs, he butchered the Poseidon theme, but at the same time, made it better. I don't know how one can do that, but he managed to mess it up, yet also make it better.
But when he showed me the just plain, as accurate as possible remastered music, it was pretty good.
There was another one up. He has some songs he actually didn't post to YouTube. Some of them are on his SoundCloud. His version of Rock Bottom is freaking badass.
Yeah.
Like, it is like, whoa. Now, the Industrial Park one... No, not the Industrial Park one. The SpongeBob one. Ugh. Should have gotten Johnny Atma for that.
Speaking of game manuals,
Oh god.
a package came in that I'm gonna open on my stream later today. If I do have one, if I don't, I'm just gonna play it sometime today. But a package of one of my games came in today, and I hope to God it has its manual.
The manuals will never die.
The manual is like the second to worst thing to get when buying a game, other than the case itself. Because if your thing doesn't come with a manual, you gotta buy a whole new game.
I just figured it out.
Yeah.
Like
actually, there's one thing I hated when the Wii U was making its rounds, is that some games actually did not come with a manual. Like, if you actually needed to know how to play the game, sometimes it wouldn't, most of the time actually, it wouldn't come with a manual, but instead, you had to use the Wii U virtual manual.
I mean, that's how they're going today, these days. Virtual manuals.
Me and Mitch just need to gather up all of our game manuals
And mail it to you. You're not... well, I don't know, what one do I actually want to keep?
Well, I mean, if someone out there has a manual for Shrek on the Xbox, I could definitely use that.
I used to have one for Shrek 2, but then I was an idiot and sold it. Actually, you know what? No, I don't regret selling Shrek 2, because fuck that final boss.
Aw, man. But Shrek 2 is such a great multiplayer game if you actually had friends.
I do actually have friends. I just don't have actual Xbox controllers at all. Actually, the only one I have is a bootleg.
I do.
It works,
I don't know,
but
like,
it's
play
bootleg.
play the GameCube version or something.
I only had one GameCube controller, too. And I didn't have Dolphin at the time.
Like Dolphin, just have somebody use the stupid controller.
Yeah. It's like, alright, Will, you're either going to use the regular Xbox controller, my Logitech controllers that are on the verge of death, or the keyboard.
Just whatever you do, don't play the PC version because Beanox screwed it up.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's bad.
It's not like a bad port, but they definitely could have, thought about the audio balancing.
Yeah, oh, so it's like Sonic Adventure 2 on Steam.
No, it's nothing like that. What I mean is all the music is good, the cutscenes are good, but the in-game sound effects for the characters themselves are too quiet for you to hear.
Oh, so it's Sonic Adventure 2, but backwards.
Yep.
God, that pissed me off when I was doing the Sonic Adventure 2 music swap. I modded all the stuff in. Well, for some reason, on the remaster, the audio balancing for... What's the Eggman level called? Weapons Bed? Yeah, Weapons Bed.
Yeah.
The sound effects are so loud! It mutes the music, and I'm like, what the heck?
And with this really quiet sound effect and voice line, there's nothing worse out there than when you hit an enemy and the familiar noise that you have in a beat 'em up when you hit an enemy that makes it really satisfying to hit an enemy. It's just and you can't hear it and it's annoying.
I hate the ones where it's like, okay, you get hit, but you don't hear the sound until 5 minutes later.
Now, you know what's another thing that's bad at it? If you play Sonic Forces as either Sonic or Shadow, if you do the stomp move, the sound effect for the stomp, like the impact of hitting the ground, it plays like miles before you hit the ground. Like, it plays as soon as you activate the move.
So so it makes a thump sound like before you even move.
Think of it like if you shot a gun and the sound effect that happens in real life when you shoot the gun happens when you cock the gun. It's like that. And that person is dead.
Don't be this person. Nobody likes this person.
Yeah. Remember, no one likes to be a Squidward.
Ah.
I'm so happy I have that episode on DVD.
What season was it? I don't
3.
think I have
It was season 3.
Oh, yeah, I don't. I just have season 1 and 2.
Hey, Patrick.
Man, when I
how
got...
about you order a Krabby Patty?
Freaking, when I got my Roku and got on Amazon Prime, because I found out I had an account on Prime Video that my mom set up for me, I was a freaking little kid when I found out seasons 1 through 4 were free on Amazon. Like, man, oh man, that filled me with so much joy.
You just reminded me. Yesterday, I figured out that on Nicktoons they are airing supposedly every single episode of SpongeBob 24/7 until like Saturday morning.
Oh my god!
Wait, it's on Nicktoons?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, first of all, Nicktoons is still a thing?
Oh, no.
I thought that got shut down.
And the worst part is that every episode that's in 4x3 is squished To the left a little,
Oh. Why?
like usual.
So actually, yeah,
SpongeBob's
Will.
gonna die.
I think Will showed a little bit of concern there, but actually, it might be a good thing. If they're doing that marathon on Nicktoons, then that does say the possibility that the show's gonna get canceled. And if that's the
However-
case, I know exactly why. It's because
And they're
of
doing
it's the
this.
prequel show.
Mm.
And they're doing this because there's a new episode coming out. The birthday blowout one.
Yeah, the birthday bash. Which,
Yeah,
you
that
know,
one
if
airs
I
on-
get a chance, I'll watch it. Like, if I get a chance. But I probably won't. Because, you know, I don't really want to watch any of the new episodes after Hillenburg died.
I'm not a fan of the new episodes focus
Yeah,
on
there's,
just on the facial expressions.
Some of them were fine. Like, for
The old ones are
for
funnier.
new Hillenburg work, they were fine. Could have been better, but they were fine.
The old ones were funny.
But then
I
again,
mean,
I
I-
probably
I-
only liked them because I also like Ren and Stimpy, so
I like the more.
take that as you will.
I like the more grounded. You know,
Oh yeah,
earlier
they're better
seasons.
episodes, no doubt. Better, like, no doubt about that.
I like the old ones because they're just iconic. They have iconic stuff about them.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick,
I get it,
mayonnaise is
don't you
not an
remember that?
instrument.
Freaking,
Or sure it ain't an instrument either.
freaking Squidwardception right there, my god. Oh, this was a mistake!
Mistakes have been made.
Freaking saw my life flash before my eyes there for a second. And for some reason it was Will's.
For some reason, all this time that we've been talking about SpongeBob, throughout, like my mind has been like going over. My mind has been going over and over through. We gotta get SpongeBob back. So like the entire time we're talking, all I can hear is Sandy, Sandy. We gotta get SpongeBob. Larry, Larry, we gotta get SpongeBob back. Why?
Gabriel Osuna, you want me to look at your comment? Buddy, you've made so many comments. I don't know what one to look at, and even then I can't look at the comments every freaking second. I gotta play the game.
I'm just talking was doing how tough are you?
How tough am I? How tough am I? I beat Crash Bandicoot 1 on the Insane Trilogy
Yeah, so what?
without getting a game over.
Right this way, so.
That actually felt
Bring it
really
on.
satisfying when I... That felt really satisfying not getting a game over once, and I guarantee you it's because I just said screw the gems.
I never got a game over once on Twilight Princess in my first
Alright.
playthrough.
I want to bring attention to this most recent comment here. So as, and who's the king? He from Warehouse for 25 years.
Okay.
That out of context is something to behold.
Yeah. Well, then again, just about any comment ever out of context is something to hold.
King of the Warehouse.
Oh, the chucks. I dread to know how those work in Rehydrated.
Probably the exact same.
It's
No,
like
it's
you
like
just changed the
just to-
walk button.
Just to
They're all
mess with old fans, they'll make it, like, to where it's nearly impossible to kill them.
They're all replaced with cluster.
Oh boy! Cluster Chuck! You've grown so much! You can breathe underwater now!
I'm so proud of you.
Instead of helping you, he's
I'm
trying
so
to kill
happy
you.
for you.
They grow up so fast.
So, that is a story from my dad. The past weekend I went, my dad doesn't really listen to songs on the radio anymore, or at least he hasn't been the past few times I've come down. Instead, he'll pull up clips of comedians from, like, Pandora, and he'll listen to those. One of them he pulled up, I don't know who it was, but it was one of the funniest things I ever heard. I don't remember how it all went. All I remember is he lit a pot of oil with French fries on fire, and he tried putting it out with water. That's all I remember from it.
Oh,
I'd say the whole skit, but I don't remember it at the top of my head, so...
That reminded me, my mom has satellite radio in the car, and there's an entire channel dedicated to comedians.
I need that channel.
Wow.
Oh, actually, I remember one of them he played, very funny, Larry the Cable Guy one. It's of him going to a church to confess his sins. And, you know, when you confess your sins with a, like, legit priest, they tell you, like, go on, son. Well, I just remember the whole thing going like, look, Father, I've been swearing, go on, son. I've been killing people, go on, son. I fucked the goat! Oh, dear God. I heard that in the car, and I just busted out laughing, because it was so unexpected. Oh, man.
That's the kind of stuff you want to hear in the background.
Yeah. I can just imagine
Freaking-
being in a church and hearing that too. Just some redneck screaming to the heavens, "I fricked the goat!" Oh man!
Why'd you do that to the goat, sir?
And what sucks is when I'm looking for this stuff on YouTube, I can't find it because I don't know what it's from. I just know who made it.
All I found is, wait, that's illegal.
This is illegal, you know. Oh man. No!
It's illegal, you know.
I gotta get that sock. I don't know where the next bus stop is. Oh man. Oh yeah, now I remember the story of this comedian lighting a bowl of French fries on fire. It's like this guy's a big man, like he big boy. Well, he said when he was just cooking up some French fries, his freaking thing just caught on fire after leaving the lid on for so long. And you know, when you have a grease fire, if you've never experienced one before, you don't know what to do. So, to phrase it the way this guy said it, I lifted the lid from the pot, and the giant phoenix of death awoken. So then I had to find a fire extinguisher. I find out I don't have a fire extinguisher. So then I need to find what is historically known for putting out fires. And in my sink, there is something historically known for putting out fires, called water. I took the water hose, I aimed it towards the phoenix, and I shot directly to the center. And then it spreaded its giant wings across the whole room. And I couldn't see for 30... I don't remember how it went from that point on. All I remember before he actually left the house he was in was he was trying to rescue his cat. And when you try to rescue an animal, they don't think you're rescuing them. They think you're playing a game. It's like, oh boy, a game. It's not a game. It's a rescue.
That reminds me of that one time with your cat on top of the cabinet.
Oh yeah, I'll say that in a second. The guy ended up going to another house in search of a fire extinguisher. So I go to my neighbor next door, I knock on the door, and I say, "Sir, it's an emergency, can I borrow your fire extinguisher?" And he says, "What for?" And then I say, "I'm sorry, did the words emergency, fire, and extinguisher not click? I'm rehearsing a play." And then the fire department and cops come over. And he's describing all the events to the cops. And man, like freaking Will, if you were in the position this guy was, you'd be in jail from what you'd do. As the cops writing down all the descriptions, he goes, yeah, should have stuck with a salad. And then the guy says, I don't know whether or not he was poking fun at my size, or whether the fact salads do not ignite. I want to find that clip so bad, because actually listening to the story is miles funnier. But I don't know who the comedian was that said that. All I know was he was fit. And it wasn't Gabriel. This guy was full-blooded. He sounded a little like Alex Jones, but not as insane.
Ooh.
Oh. Alright, I will be right back. I shall return in a quick minute. As I threw my soda can away, I remembered how, after one break time we had, I nearly gave Ethan a heart attack. And I think that was a stream where Will was with me.
My memory seems to be failing me.
I think it was the first ever stream where I introduced the break time screen that was the half pipe from Sonic 2.
Yeah.
Everything's silent for like 5 minutes straight, and I just go up to the microphone saying, "I'm back, bitches." And you just jumped as if I killed a person right in front of your eyes. Alright, so Goo Lagoon. At this point, this is how you know the game's programmed a little weird. And here's a big example right here. The robot that's out in the distance on the island on top of all the sunscreen. What the game tells you is you gotta go all the way through Goo Lagoon to kill him using the sunbeams. But what the game doesn't tell you is you don't need to do the sunbeams at all, you just need to kill him. You can do that by turning on the cruise bubble.
You can do it in many ways. In fact, you don't need the cruise bubble. Using glitches, you can...
Yeah, that too.
You can break the game enough to make it so that you can just kind of sort of float over there.
But unfortunately, I am not Shift.
It's fun. that's for
Christopher
sure.
Pardon, did you get my last chat? Well, I couldn't get the last chat because this isn't your chat, this is my chat.
Anyways, yeah, Christopher Pattern here. He said previously that he's making a SpongeBob version of Mugen, the heavily moddable and customizable fighting engine.
Oh. I'll support that. Freaking, when I first joined YouTube, I started seeing all these videos on Mugen. All these various different characters, and I'm thinking, wow, that's the coolest shit ever. Then I discovered Super Smash Brothers. Like, first ever video I saw of Mugen was like this massive clusterfuck of characters. It was of... And I don't know if my memory's right on this one. Homer Simpson versus Batman versus the Toa from Bionicle Generation 1. And I think the location of the fight, I think, was somewhere from Mortal Kombat. Remember, my memory's a little fuzzy on that one, so take that with a grain of salt. And yeah, take that with a big grain of salt. My mental state is still slightly like almost completely recovered from when my friend Will and Jonathan fried my brain.
I'm not sorry.
And then after that happened, my seminar teacher fried Will's brain.
Yeah,
We do not want to talk about that.
Yeah, I asked a question earlier if, like, oh, this is gonna be like a long time in the future, but is Monster Hunter World cross-play compatible?
I would not know.
Because I was
wouldn't know
thinking
either.
that if it was, we could play it together and go hunting.
If it is, I would be down for that.
I would be also down for it. However,
I mean, I've never played the game, so it'll be a glorious mess of me failing at everything. But if I record it, that's views.
Monster Hunter World is actually the easiest to get into Monster Hunter game as of
okay.
now.
It's like, be that one guy. My favorite Monster
the-
Hunter game is Metal Gear Solid Peace Walkers.
It's very different. Well, not very different, but it's it's more streamlined than the other Monster Hunter games, where they're much more difficult to get into.
Okay, hold on. What the hell is happening in the chat? Gabriel Asuna, my birthday is on December 16th. It's on a Monday, and I was born in 2003. Okay, that's a pretty standard fact. Gabriel Asuna, hey look. Hey, it's okay to talk, please. Hey, who do you think? I'm not insane. Okay.
That's what an insane person would say.
Is it going to get a drink?
Well, I mean, I did just go to get a drink, but...
And first of all, who is this it? We don't have Pennywise in the chat. Yet. Or ever will, for that matter. He's like, sorry, bitches, no floating today.
No.
Okay, I thought for a second that umbrella didn't have a stem. It's like a paper. It's 1 pixel wide. That's why I didn't see it.
Yes.
Now, people struggle with the Murmelair Ballroom. I'm gonna be the odd man out here. I don't struggle with that anymore. The thing I struggle with now is the kids with the balloons in Goo Lagoon. More specifically, the last one.
In speedrunning, kids is like...
Do the Murmelair! Barnacle boy!
And
Don't forget
Gabriel,
to feed
and Gabriel Asuna, and you good guys don't understand. I'm 15 years old. I have a long month for my birthday. Buddy, December is not a month away. December, I mean, it's a month away if you times it by, let's see, 5.
Huh?
Like, is this some sort of, like, lost in translation deal, or...
And, you know, I don't like being a jerk to viewers, but if I don't get what you're saying, I'm gonna be a jerk about it.
Like, I don't get what's going on.
Like, there's a reason.
Coming out in remake.
No, yeah. Go to SpongeBob Bow for Bikini Bottom. Coming out in remake. Well, I'm already playing Bow for Bikini Bottom, so I can't exactly go to it.
Just imagine if there's
Oh wait
a
a minute,
month
hold
just
on,
called remake.
hold on. I'm gonna go to it right now. Okay, there. I got 2 versions. I got 2 Bow for Bikini Bottoms. I'm a smartass, I know.
I've got 3.
Aren't you special?
Yeah. That's what makes me superior.
I'm not sure if you gave me that one or a different one.
I gave you the movie game.
For the week?
Oh no, for the Wii I gave you Truth or Square. Because I have the 360 version of the game.
Ooh, when did you get that?
Not that actually a long time ago. Like I think I got it. I think I got it as a self-birthday gift.
I still need to get that, but I've been...
It's actually pretty cheap.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, I think when I got it, it was like maybe $10. I know when I got the Xbox version for BFBB, it was like 11. I want and actually need to get a new copy of the movie game for Xbox because my disc for it is cracking due to not very careful use from other family members. But the thing is, the movie game for the Xbox is like almost $100.
Ouch. What?
Yeah, you heard me correctly. Movie game for Xbox is almost $100.
Why? I own it. What?
I don't know why, it just is.
I mean, the movie game isn't that one.
Oh god. It's like, so Mitch, what are you gonna pay for your
I didn't
birthday?
accidentally
Are you
dunk
gonna
my
get
movie
the
game box
it's like,
in
are you
there.
gonna get the Marvel Cinematic Universe box sets? No. Are you gonna get Mario Maker 2 and all the other Switch games you want? No. What are you getting? SpongeBob the movie game.
What am I getting?
Just
A
that.
bunch of games I'm never gonna play. Yeah, I'm looking at eBay and the movie game is going for like $15.
Yeah, but that's on eBay, not Amazon.
Why are you looking at Amazon for stuff?
Cause I like Amazon.
Well, anyways, fine. I'm gonna go.
Amazon trustful.
Come on, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Go to sleep, you damn Kulu bird.
Come on, you little bish. Come on, you little bish. Come on. I will pop those balloons.
We
I didn't
for
even
the
see the fact that I had a Platinum Hits version. Now I'm gonna have to force myself to buy every single Platinum Hits Xbox game.
Oh! Oh, crap, I missed a kid. I missed 2 kids, oh god.
You missed all of the kids. Now they're gonna die. This is your fault.
Oh no!
Purple Lamp Studios, huh?
Yeah, they have like 1 game on Steam.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at them and I'm noticing, like, they say that our team composition and, like, team direction is, like, the lowest bar.
Oh god. So, actually, one thing I'm worried about with the BFBB remake. I thought for the longest time when people said they only have 1 game on Steam, I thought they meant they only have 1 game on Steam. I did not think they only had 1 game at all.
Right here, SpongeBob SquarePants the movie. I cannot guarantee it will or will not be Platinum Hits, but $6 from Missouri Goodwill Industries.
What the fuck happened there? What happened there? My game just clicked out of the... God damn it, iTunes. iTunes ruined my chance to get the kid.
Like, I can see why they call this blue microphone the snowball, or whatever it was. Because whenever I take it off its stand and just hold it, I have the, like, undying feeling of throwing it.
I'm gonna have to leave early. Cause...
Alright.
See ya.
I'm
Good
the-
luck,
I'm
though.
all the entertainment this world needs.
Alright, so, Gabriel, Gabe Richardson. Let me guess, you're doing this because you found out Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated is coming out soon. Well, I found this out before we started Sonic Forces, but I already had the info for Sonic Forces ready. So we could have done this actually good game first, but nope. We didn't. And to think I canceled Super Mario 64 to get Sonic Forces out of the way. Could have finished that game instead, but nope, I played Sonic Forces again. Because I hate myself.
Sonic Forces isn't as long as Super Mario 64.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, you're right. We
Sonic
only
Forces.
we only finished Sonic Forces in like 2 streams. And I
Still yet to
guarantee you, if
play
I did
Sonic
not
Forces.
if I did not cut that in 2 streams, we would have finished it in 1 day. Gabriel Asuna, sorry for everything I put in the chat. Honestly, dude, don't be sorry. It was funny to read that. It was funny to read everything you posted, so...
Especially the Battle for Bikini Bottom coming out in remake.
Yeah, as long as we get laughs out of it, don't be sorry. If we get actually pissed, run. God, I can't remember the last time I got legit pissed on a stream.
I can't.
When it comes to chat here, it's always really slow, so it doesn't matter usually what comes through, as long as it's something we're entertained.
God, I think the last time I got, like, actually mad on a stream, other than being butthurt that no one was watching, which, honestly, at the time, that was, which was, like, I didn't even have 100 yet, I don't know what I was expecting. But, like, the last time I got legit pissed in a stream was the very first time we did Sonic Lost World live. It was when we didn't have Discord, and, like, for Ethan and River, I was just using Skype. And for Will and everyone else, I was using just Messenger. And it was not Lava Mountain Act 2, but Lava Mountain Act 1. Which is the easiest in the Lava Mountain stages. And I raged. Also tells you how bad I sucked at Sonic back then. Not saying I don't suck today.
The last time I actually got mad was whenever Rob tried to argue with me on something I knew was right.
Oh yeah, well, I think at this point, well, anything related to Rob would piss you off. I mean, like, for me, anything related to Rob makes me want to kill him, but that's just me.
There's part of me that just wants to, there's part of me that wants to like him and get along with him, but he just doesn't make it happen.
And, like, and Will knows me. If I don't know you, or if I disliked you for a long period of time, I'm willing to give you a second chance. Like, that's happened with a few people we know in the school.
You gave him 3.
Yeah, I know. I gave him, like, 4.
But from what I know about the Sonic Reddit, there are many people like Rob, and every single one is the same, and they never change.
Oh, no. Oh, God. I already hate one Rob.
I do not need to be on that Reddit.
Yeah, like, freaking, I already hate one Rob.
The mods do a pretty good job of keeping everything in order, but these people,
thank God.
They are just... There's this one person who's obsessed with Amy. Like, he was going around, like, gilding every single post to do with Amy.
Oh my God. It's like true Sonic Heart lover again. That's the guy's name, right? The one guy on Twitter.
I don't know if I should call this guy out by name. You probably won't know him anyway.
Probably not. Big Max, Ethan. Who will win in a fight? Godzilla after touching Ethan's manuals or pissed off Ethan? I don't know. I haven't seen Ethan pissed off, so I can't answer that.
Well, touching the manuals isn't the issue. The moment you poke a hole in one, then something's wrong here.
And I mean, hey, Godzilla has
well,
sharp...
you see,
Goji has sharp fingers.
I was about to say that.
But like in this person that I talk about who's gilding Amy posts, he constantly, like, profusely begs the mods to unban him, and they every single time no.
Oh my God! No, that ain't Robert. That's Clifford Longhead. God dang! If there's one person I hated more on this server, like just to be around, it was Clifford Longhead. And, you know, saying that, I guarantee you I just lost a subscriber because I know he subscribed to me. But God dang, I hated him miles more than Rob.
When you can't understand someone, and they just keep on begging you to be something.
Like, God, it's already bad enough I get mad when I can't understand a person when they speak. But if I can't understand you through text, then yeah, that's a whole another problem altogether.
Like,
hello again, Gabriel Osuna. Now then, Ethan, speak what you were going to say.
Now, obviously, it would seem that he had some form of developmental
disability.
And I'm not the kind to really berate people over that, but I mean,
yeah, I will never berate someone over a disability.
But it's the kind of thing you gotta kind of like learn to deal with, and constantly asking us to be on the stream is not the way to do it.
Yeah, like, I will never berate a person.
That's what made me mad.
Yeah, that's what made me mad too, and the fact he acted like a little bitch afterwards.
Because I understand why he did it, but that doesn't excuse it.
Yeah, and like I was been saying,
even after
I will never berate a person because of a disability. I don't berate Rob because he's autistic, because, well, I have a form of autism, but it's a low form. Like we're talking low. Like, not even on the thermometer low. And, like, yeah.
But I am rather high functioning. I try to hide it the best I can because there's nothing more in this world I want more than just to be seen as normal.
I know I'm not normal and I embrace it.
I'm far from normal. Like, if you didn't know me, I'm far from normal.
Now, if there's anyone that we know, that me and Will specifically know, that does actively try to be normal, we have a friend named Johnny Cox.
That's an unfortunate name.
He doesn't, yeah, we joke about that all the time with him. He doesn't understand how the internet works and what's considered normal on the internet. Not because he has a disability. In fact, he's one of the most normal people we know. Because he wasn't raised with the internet. In fact, he didn't have access.
Got the internet, like,
he didn't have access to the internet until I met him. So, like, when we're showing him all these, you know, actually pretty normal things, like Markiplier, he's like, what is wrong with that guy? And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Christopher Pardon, have you read my story on the chat? Okay, that I put Shantae was mad at Sonic, saw him a picture of them kissing, and Sonic was mad and he yelled at Daffy Duck.
What?
What was in my Mountain Dew?
Man, someone spiked my Dr. Pepper.
So, okay, I got a complaint here in Battle for Bikini. It's in every version of the game. What is going on with the skybox and the Goo Lagoon Pier?
Yes.
How dare... That's my joke.
Nothing is better than going out of bounds in Goo Lagoon.
Specifically in this area.
Because Goo Lagoon is one of the very few areas where you're not, where if you deactivate Hans, it's, you're not likely to reactivate him by going out there, because not a lot of areas are designed to, have him reactivate, but...
I actually broke one of Mitch's SpongeBob games.
Oh, what was it?
Do tell me.
Oh, I know
exactly.
I know exactly what you're talking about, Will. Go on.
I think it was, I went out of bounds and it didn't count me as going out of bounds. But I'm not sure which one it was. I'm not sure what exactly happened. It's been so long.
Oh, no, never mind. That's a different story.
Which one were you thinking of?
I was thinking of the time the game, that the movie game just straight up wouldn't give you the token.
Oh yeah, that one too.
Yeah, when we were practicing for the Let's Play, which I think we've now agreed we can't exactly do this year. He finished the Netherman Bungee Challenge. First try, by the way. He did everything correctly. We weren't cheating. But the game did not give him the token. And what was even weirder, the token clearly spawned somewhere, because we heard the sound effect of the token being around. But the game just did not give him the token. As for that out of bounds thing, I don't know that.
That reminds me of the time we were doing a live stream of Truth Square on the PSP, and we had noticed at the top of the Krusty Krab level that gate that was closed in some parts of it and opened in others. And we looked at that and we were interested in wondering if there was any way up there. So the first thing I did after stream was open up an emulator with the game and find a way in the ice version of it to climb the ice with some of its weird geometry and jump up there. I've never been more proud of myself at finding a glitch than that moment.
Yeah. And I actually did it on actual hardware when I went to my dad's one weekend. Yeah, actually succeeding in that was very fulfilling. It's just what you find is not so fulfilling.
I'm not really sure if the closed one and the open one are going to be any different, but I couldn't find any way to get up to the open one.
And speaking of that version, if we ever do that version again, first of all, I'm gonna be damn sure to get Will on. And I'll point it out again. In the Krusty Krab level on that version, the skybox is very strange. Because all the other skyboxes in the levels, they're your standard, you know, actual SpongeBob sky. And, you know, for a level that doesn't exactly have a skybox, aka the Mermalair, it's a gray void. For some reason, and you actually don't see this in the Tiki challenges, which put you outside of the level in, like, an isolated area that's still somewhere in the skybox. The actual skybox of the level is like you're inside a T-1000. It's very strange. And the place you get sent to in the Tiki challenge is like a freaking... It's like the Gray Void in the Mermalair.
Was this when the skybox went completely black on you?
What?
Was this when the skybox went completely black while you was playing it?
No. I don't even remember what that one was.
I don't know, you just looked up and it's just a black void.
What was that? I know, it's something that happened in the case where you were here, but I don't remember what game that was.
I don't either.
It might have been Creature from the Krusty Krab.
Might have. Why does everything happen when I come over?
Because you come over. Easy explanation for that, it's because you come over.
It's like, oh look, he's new. Let's scare him off.
Yeah. Now,
I think everything's fine with me now, so...
I'll show another case of the game being very strangely programmed. This one spring in the Goo Lagoon Pier, behind these sets of buildings, or tents,
Right, that one that, yeah, can...
if you just
climb.
simply bounce on it, you don't go very high, but if you ground pound on it, you get sent to the heavens.
We don't know why. It doesn't happen with any other spring,
Yeah,
and
it's
this one
the
has no
only
purpose.
spring in the game that's like that. And what's even weirder, I didn't show this off because it's very hard to get to it. In downtown Bikini Bottom, when you get to the lighthouse in the rooftop levels, you can actually go inside the model of the lighthouse. And what awaits you at the bottom, you have to land on it, which is why I didn't even bother. What awaits you is a sign that you can read that tells you about the one spring in Goo Lagoon.
Right.
Speaking
so...
of Goo Lagoon being the most what the hell with the programming, Mr. Krab's second objective for you is clear the bumper boats, because the task you did before that kind of broke the pier. Well, the game sometimes will feel like doing your job for you. Because you see, if you touch a bumper boat, you get hit. But that also happens with the robots. And the robots, most of them, die in one hit. as in if you wait long enough, the game will kill the robots for you in the bumper boats. And in fact, when I got there on stream, there was only one robot left.
Yeah, that happened to me quite a bit.
So I just looked outside.
Okay.
I just looked outside, and it looks like death out there.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It is dark.
Uh-oh. Is Doomsday coming back?
I don't know. Looks like it.
Oh god, Doomsday's returning. Did we ever tell Ethan that story?
Did you? I don't remember.
I don't remember. Will, tell him the story of Doomsday.
Alright, so I was at Mitch's house this weekend, and we went to Walmart. So we went to Walmart, and then we got Deadpool 2, and then we came back. We were going to watch it. Well, we were in the middle of watching it, and all of a sudden, the wind picks up. He had his fan open. He had his window open and his fan in his door and his window. And the fan sounded like a freaking helicopter. So Mitch runs out the door, goes outside, looks outside. He's like, "Hey, Will, it's raining." It's like, so I ran out there and it stopped raining. And then I came back in and it started again. And then we both went outside. And his stepdad was just running out of the shop, yelling, "Get the dogs inside!" And we look at this guy, and it was just black, purple, green, yellow, a lot of colors.
Huh. I don't think...
That's possible. Yeah, we thought that too.
No,
Yeah, the first thing that popped in my head after that happened was, what the hell just happened?
Did we ever tell him about the, Did we ever tell him about
Oh, how I almost got smited?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
another weekend Will came down. This was the weekend before Doomsday. I was waiting for him outside. My parents were gone, so I didn't exactly have anything to wait in. And this was when...
Again, this was
when Will's parents just would never come down on time. And waited till, like, night to bring him down. It's pitch dark.
And also, this was like a week after Stanley died.
Yeah, this was a week after Stanley died, before Doomsday, and it's storming something fierce. Like, we're talking full-on lightning storm. Like, Thor was pissed. I'm waiting for him outside. We finally get inside the house, because I'm thinking I'm about to be turned into Missouri Fried Mitch. We're starting to watch Bruce Almighty. Well, we'd already seen it. So, Will just goes to me, "Mitch, I dare you." And I already know what he's talking about. I go outside, I stand on the stairs, and I just yell to the heavens, "Smite me, almighty smiter!" Mere 3 feet away from me, lightning strikes the ground. And I'm like, oh shit, I almost got smited. I was just, what the hell happened with Patrick there? You're gonna see it in the stream in a second. When Robot Sandy jumped in the arena, Patrick just phased through the floor.
When does he not do that?
He doesn't do that. Not in the cut. It might be because I have widescreen on. But he just phases through the floor, just saying hello.
What are you talking about? It happens every time.
It made Patrick Swindle face.
No, watch on stream. Look towards the right of the screen.
I'm looking.
He just pops in like hello.
The shock was so strong that it made Patrick face.
I'm like, what the hell?
In this corner, soft spun.
And the blast was so loud that it woke King Neptune.
What's that? So, if I'm gonna be a little picky with No Life's remastering of the game, He went out of his way to make a level 4 industrial park. But he didn't do that for Atlantis. Well, I mean the Poseidon. He didn't do that, and I thought to myself, why not do that?
Oh, there it is! I saw Patrick just...
When is
Just
the
see the
stream...
reaction to that.
Koopa Eliminator, when is the stream gonna end? Well, it's almost 3 o'clock, so we're gonna end it when I finish the boss fight.
Alright.
Don't you grab your head, Sandy. Don't you grab your head. Sandy, you bitch! I hate it.
Patrick just... Whoop, whoop.
I hate it in this boss fight in the Patrick phase when you throw the robot head and it just bounces off where you're supposed to hit it. It's like, yeah, that didn't do anything. And then the game clearly does give you a second chance, but before you can even get to the thing you're supposed to throw it at, the robot Sandy just freaking uses her telekinetic powers to get her head back, saying like, nah, bitch.
Okay. I just got a notification from Twitter. It says, I love this little detail in Super Mario 64 DS. Ground pound a signpost, and then Mario will crouch to read it.
Interesting. I don't think
Like,
I've ever
if you
seen
ground
that
pound
before.
the signpost and then try to read it, Mario will like crouch down so that he could, be level with it.
I actually didn't know you could actually push the signposts in the ground further. Did not know that until now. I was about to say for a while, but I wouldn't be wrong when I say that either.
Do you want me to bring my DS when I come down?
Doesn't matter to me, Will. You're gonna be on the road for like 5 hours anyway. I just noticed these signs. Like, I just noticed the signs in the background. There's your standard boo.
When
But,
I go
like,
traveling, I bring everything with me.
Like, there's 2 signs in the background that just say... they say maim, rend, and whisk.
Huh.
He's like, yeah. He's like, you do that at the WWE wrestling match. He's like, yell for your favorite wrestler, rend! Whisk! So I finally found out why the songs in BFBB sound so muffled compared to their Truth or Square counterparts. Yeah, they're CD quality, but for some reason, all the songs in Battle for Bikini Bottom are mono. And what's stranger is, in the movie game, which is made in the exact same engine as BFBB, those songs are in stereo.
Are you sure that all the BFBB ones are like mono? Because like the Xbox version says it supports in-game Dolby Digital. I mean,
The GameCube version, yeah, it's mono, and everyone rips the GameCube version.
that's odd.
So I gotta find a way to rip the Xbox version.
Or at least the PS2 version.
It's like, someone get Shift's hacking equipment.
Because I'm pretty sure the PS2 version probably has it in stereo too. Because I bet the GameCube version did mono for space limitations.
Yeah, probably.
And I don't know the process of, like getting the music from the PS2 or Xbox versions. I don't even know where the music is stored, if I'm being honest.
I think the file's literally just called music.
Yeah, but there's some stuff that's just not easy.
Yeah. Ain't
there's
that
some-
the truth?
Especially these renderware games, they're a bit bad with trying to find the music.
Like, they're all the same, yet they're different. What is this sorcery?
So I think when it comes to it's best left to professionals.
Yeah.
I don't understand why everybody would go for the GameCube version. I understand it's the easiest to get, but
Probably because, yeah, it's the easiest to get.
it's like the worst version. And I hate saying this because my entire childhood I played the GameCube version. So I've tricked myself into thinking the GameCube version
Is the
was
best
the best
version.
one, or at least close enough to being better than, say, the PS2 version. But no, it's the worst one after all this time.